Hey everyone, I hope everybody had a good weekend. This week, we have an awesome week planned out for you. Each 9 weeks before everything happened, we taught a little bit of how to throw frisbees and then games associated with it. And so, each week from now on, we said that we were going to do a new skill. So, frisbee throwing is going to be our skill for this week, and it'll lead up into next week's lesson on how to play disc golf. And so, learning how to properly throw a frisbee opens up opportunities to play several other sports that you can play, with your youth groups, out with your friends in the park, with your family, when you go on beach trips, when you go wherever. As well as when you're in college, they have intramurals for things like ultimate frisbee, disc golf, stuff like that. So it opens up the opportunity to understand how to do these things. And so to play these games and to play them well, where you can have fun, you have to be able to throw the frisbee well. But it is like any other skill. You have to practice at it to get better at it. You may have seen Coach Cap and I throwing frisbee in the gym a few times. Even we try to learn new skills when it comes to stuff like frisbee throwing and stuff. We've been trying to learn how to throw it off the ground, and some of you may be already really good at it, and some of you may even be better than Coach Cap and I. But it's still something that you can continue to get better at. So the lineup for this week, I'm going to tell you in just a second. Coach Cap has sent in a video of your frisbee throwing how-to. And so once this video is over, go and watch his video on how to throw the frisbee, and he'll give you some tips and pointers to get better at that. There's also in the packet a step-by-step write-up for those of you who do better with maybe following each and every step, kind of like how we did juggling last week. So you can go on and look at that also. So the schedule for this week. So day one is learning to throw the frisbee, really working on that. Tuesday is choose 5 form running exercises. Now, each of you have had either myself or Coach Cap at some point in the school year, and so you know the form running exercises, like high knees, Frankenstein, stuff like that. You should remember these. If not, just kind of come up with an exercise. Complete 2 sets of each of those for a total of 10 reps. Just something to get you moving. If you want to do more outside of that, that's awesome. If not, that's fine too. Wednesday, we want you to focus on stretching and getting your muscles to recover. Your arms may be a little bit sore from throwing the frisbee. I know we just recently bought a dartboard, and Jeremy and I were throwing darts the other day, and the next day I was sore. And it's not a big movement, but when you're doing something that you're not used to, you can get that soreness set in. So we're going to focus on stretching and focus on our arms and hands and shoulders. So there are a list of stretching exercises on one of the next pages of the packet. So just scroll down and find those. Thursday is push-ups, 3 sets of 5. 5 is not much. You can handle that. Crunches, 3 sets of 25. Again, crunches aren't hard. 25 is not a lot. Air squats, 3 sets of 10. Mountain climber, 3 sets of 25. And 6 inches, 3 sets of 20 seconds. All of this is in your packet, so you don't have to go back and watch this to remember it. Remember to try to have good form. If your form is not perfect, then go back, and if you need to modify, you should remember how to modify with push-ups. Remember, you want your knees on the ground. You want your hips to go forward. Don't let your bottom stick out. Make sure your hips go forward, not your chest forward first. Crunches, you should know how to do. You can cross your feet, knees up, and you're just trying to bring your knees and your shoulders together. Air squats, remember, you want your feet facing forward, your your knees going forward, not over your toes. So remember to stick your butt back and sit down like you're sitting in a chair. You want it to be parallel. Mountain climbers, remember this is where your hands and feet are on the ground and you're bringing your knees to your elbows. And remember to switch your feet, that it's not just bringing them up, that you're switching your feet, going back and forth. 6 inches, you're laying on the ground, hands on the ground or across your belly, and you're just bringing your feet 6 inches off the ground. Remember, it's not 6 feet, 6 inches. Friday is Frisbee Friday. We want you to try to find somebody in your house that you can throw a Frisbee with. Maybe it's not a person, maybe it's a dog. And that's totally okay too. My college coach had a dog that she would go out and throw Frisbee for hours, and the dog would bring it back every time. It was awesome. If they are at work or you don't have a dog, don't have a weird cat that acts like a dog, then try to find a target outside that you can throw at and work on your accuracy. Again, you've probably seen Coach Cap and I do this, throwing at trying to get it in the goal, just kind of goofing off, but we're also kind of working on improving that skill. Remember to keep up with your activity journal this week. After looking at some of your activity journals, they have been missing a little bit as far as, telling how you feel, how it made you feel. And the reason that we're doing that is because we want you to see that on the days that you move less, what's your attitude like? What is your energy level? And then as opposed to the days that you're active, is your energy level better? Is your attitude better? And if you're honest with yourself, it will be. You might not like it at first. Remember, you got to get moving. You got to add a little bit more each week. But as you get moving more, it will be a little bit easier. Remember also to include each exercise you made and to write in complete sentences. I have a few of you writing, played with a dog, and that would be all you did for that. So make sure that you're being a little bit more. I walked my dog for 10 minutes around the neighborhood. That's better than walked my dog. Remember, guys, push yourself to get better at something. Definitely try to push yourself to do a little bit more with exercising each week. Because it has been found that with this virus and as well as just outside of all this, that exercise helps so much, which we've talked about. But push yourself to get better at something else other than just exercise this week. If it's you struggling with math, get better at that. If it's you just getting better as far as exercise goes, then that's fine too. If it's playing an instrument or learning a new skill, remember to continue working on juggling. But yeah, just try to get better at something this week. I hope y'all have a fantastic week. And I hope you can get outside and enjoy the warm weather and the sunshine. That's all I have for you. Peace out, Girl Scouts.